Welcome to another episode of Dubai or Not Dubai Real Estate Podcast from 21st Century here at our fantastic office in the heart of the city. Today, I'm very excited to have with me a special guest who is an investor in the real estate market, a business coach with over 30 years of leadership experience in multinational companies like Coca-Cola Company, Mr. Enrique Lopez. Enrique, good to
Thank you
have
for
you.
having me here.
Our pleasure, man. It's really lovely to have you, and I'm so excited for all the knowledge and all the valuable informations that we're going to be sharing with our friends and viewers.
Thank you. Yes, excited as well.
Yes. So, to dive right deep in, Enrique, you spent 30 years in leadership positions across the globe, including Coca-Cola Company, as we just said.
It's correct. Yeah.
And now you've been here over 10 years,
Yes.
right? So let's talk about this actually. My first question to you is, what brought you to Dubai at first place, and what made your mind to decide to stay?
Well, first, thank you for the opportunity to be here. Congratulations for what you're doing.
Thank you, more than happy.
Great efforts. What brought me here actually was the Coca-Cola Company. I was trying since before trying to get international exposure, and living abroad, because before moving here, I already was responsible for certain projects across Latin America,
Beautiful.
from Brazil, Argentina, Chile, and Costa Rica as well. I was involved. And then there was an opportunity for moving here. I applied for it internally in Coca-Cola, and went through the process of interviews for selection, and I got the position. That's how I came here to Dubai.
Okay.
I think it was a calling for from this part of the world, because before I was already applying for another position in India, which didn't happen at the end. But it's good to be here. I spent 6.5 years in the Coca-Cola office here, the regional, responsible for all the commercial strategy.
Okay.
Which, if you want to translate it to other companies, it becomes like an internal consultant. So working directly with the operations of the bottlers,
Okay.
helping them to define priorities, investment in their own, how to prioritize investment in their own markets.
Okay.
Anything that was related to improving sales for
Beautiful.
them, more on the strategic part.
Wow.
That's how I got here.
Amazing. And then when you came with Coca-Cola, you spent the first couple of years. How did you feel when you first came to the country, and what invited you? What made you feel invited to stay and set your life here?
Definitely the dynamics of the region, right? Especially the dynamics of Dubai. So for us, it was very easy to establish here, to move from Mexico to here. And then because it at least this city was already very open, compared to the rest of the
That's 10
cities
years
around.
ago. You're talking about it.
12 years ago, actually. Yeah,
12 years
exactly.
ago.
2013. Yes.
Yes, and you're describing it as if it was open.
Yes, it was
So-
open compared to the rest, right?
Yeah.
Because I was also responsible for the commercial strategy of places like Pakistan,
Okay. So you had to travel there?
Afghanistan, Iraq,
Wow.
Saudi, and all the way to Ghana, right? So
Wow.
at that moment, we were like 33 countries. And of course, looking at how things were there and how things are here, it was like, of course, this is an oasis, right? In the
Yes.
middle of the Middle
Yes.
East, right?
Yes, and you know what's really got my attention is that you're describing Dubai 10 years ago as an open city.
Yep.
So imagine now, after all this enhancement of the whole city,
Yes.
so it's even much more open, So that's what I feel. Sometimes people they have a big misconception of the city when they don't know anything about it, and they just assume things without coming. So you coming 10 years ago and describing it as an open city and made you stay all the way. Before that, you were in Mexico.
Exactly. Yeah.
So coming from Mexico, of course, it's a very open country, and then coming here and not finding any objection for yourself to stay.
Yes, of course, it was different, right? But at the same time was comforting.
Yes.
So it always been welcoming.
Beautiful.
To foreigners. Of course, you need to come with a open mentality, because you're not going to have the same life that you have in your original country. Because I know cases as well that they came but something happened that they couldn't stand here. They couldn't stay longer.
Yes.
And it was because I believe now, looking at things past, they were not ready with an open mentality of accepting a new way of living.
Yes.
Which is something that we all try to promote.
True.
How to be better, how to be more open,
Of course.
how to invest in real estate,
Yes.
right? So I think that was the key, right?
Beautiful, beautiful, man. So you spent the first years here in Coca-Cola, as we said, and then you shifted to business coaching, right?
Yes.
So I want to ask you, what was the turning point for you? When do you decide to shift from corporate leadership into coaching and consultation?
Definitely was my interest for trying to capitalize all the knowledge that I had already at that time. So we're talking that it was already 24 years, 25 years of experience in the professional world. And also the things started like clicking. I immediately applied for jobs around here. I didn't like what was available at that time. And then a former supplier of services that I used to work with, he invited me and other 3 colleagues that also were living in Coca-Cola around the same time to start to improve the company that he already has. He already had a company, a consulting company, but he was working like in a smaller project. So he said, I want to go big. Can you guys, are you willing to take the leap into start pitching and then comparing our proposals to big consulting companies like, the McKinsey's or the Boston Consulting Groups and stuff like that. And we said, okay. So we took the challenge. It was very promising at that moment. And then COVID came, right?
Okay.
So the transition actually was end of 2019, beginning of 2020, when here we had all the lockdowns.
Yes.
Right. So that was something, of course, that challenged us.
Of course.
We were able to continue working.
Beautiful.
But it was all remotely, right?
Yeah, amazing, amazing. And honestly, talking about mentioning this now, I always say that I was so blessed being here in COVID, not anywhere else, because it was one of the fastest cities to recover from COVID.
Yes.
And it was not as locked as anywhere else. And the life, okay, true, we did have a lockdown, but it was not for the same period as many other areas. And life was still happening. Deliveries was still there. You can still get a permit, go out,
Exactly.
So I think we were blessed when it comes to that part. So was COVID when you
when I started, yes.
So that was a bit tough for you.
Yes, it was a bit tough, but at the same time was a good transition in terms of first investing more on me, right? And then also being able to have some projects remotely.
Okay.
So since everything around the world was locked, everything was more about like planning, right? So what are we gonna do when things open again, right? What are we gonna do to mitigate preparation, or adjusting, right? Because also our clients at that moment, it's like I'm not delivering anything. We were also focused on FMCGs, consumer products.
Yes.
So the companies we're working for, they said everything is like locked.
Okay.
How can I find new ways to deliver my products directly to consumers? So that was also another big challenge because there was a lot of work at the end. I mean, still working from home, and fortunately there was many things to do, right, in there.
Amazing. Enrique, if I may ask, what would you describe as the most valuable lesson you've learned about leading multicultural teams in Dubai? So what was the lesson that you learned? Because that doesn't exist everywhere. A lot of the cities, they have their own national people. Here in Dubai, it's so multinational and multicultural as well. So what was the biggest takeaway from that?
Definitely, like I said before, you need some level of open mind, right? Because you're going to be facing first cultural backgrounds from people, professional preparation from different styles. So like the way you see somebody, a CEO, let's say in Asia, Singapore, China, like that only has been there, is totally different to a senior manager that has been probably only here or that only been in America, right? In the Americas.
Yes.
Why? Even when they are global in terms of what they do, their interaction it's more complex.
Yes.
So by being here, it's a good mix of ways of thinking, of looking at the reality.
Yes.
It was, we did a few times with some clients, just as a test, sending a message and asking what they understood about it.
Wow.
And that was like a breakthrough for many of our clients, saying, okay, you don't believe me that this is going to happen? Let's try to do that. And you will be surprised the amount of messages you get back based on their understanding. So key of that, it's understanding that everybody will understand different.
Wow.
Right? So something that I have applied, and I'll do, it's try to work on like core principles that it doesn't matter which business, which industry you're in.
Okay.
They apply for everything.
Wow.
At the end, they say, there is a certain process if you want to do it once you put it in action. But there are core things that everybody will have to do, probably in a different way.
Okay.
Right? But they will do it in order to do business, right?
Can you share a little bit?
Yeah, for sure. Some of them, it's from the way we do the planning, that understanding what the opportunities are, right? What are the stakeholders and the what is the value perceived for whatever you want to do? Like you're doing real estate, right? Yes. And you deal with companies that are owned by local talent, but also probably for people from India, from other countries around.
Yes.
And you all going for the same part, that is business. But you also have in mind already, after many years being here, for sure, probably you don't realize it, you have it, is I need to understand that if I do business with this person, it's going to be different way to get there than with this person.
Absolutely.
Right? The result, we all want the same result.
Absolutely.
So part of it, that being open to new ways of doing business is the planning, the communication,
beautiful,
the way to get to goals, and also it challenges you, because we, by being interacting with other countries, people from other country, at some point we need to be very empathetic in the sense of how is this person going to look at what I'm offering or what I want. Beautiful. Which is something that I've been able also to apply on the coaching that I do with people around the world. It's
like a human being connection.
Exactly.
Basically.
So it's not only about now everybody talks about AI tools and communication and great tools like this, like the podcast. At the end, the way we apply it might be different to get to the same result.
Results,
right?
Yes.
So being open to that, being open to understand how each one of the people involved is going to react, it's, I think, the most valuable. The skill that, of course, you're taking through the years, that not necessarily AI is going to, at some point it will, but not there yet, right?
Wow. Also this is something that Dan Martel, he mentioned.
Yes, that's correct.
That AI till now, they're not able to replace the human being in emotional intelligence.
Exactly.
So this is something definitely that we still have the stronger hand in. That's beautiful. Enrique, I'm genuinely interested in a lot of the stories that you have.
Yeah.
But I know for the time we cannot cover all of the stories. But if you can share with us one story of a founder or a leader that was stuck and you helped him break through from this situation that he was in.
Oh yeah, definitely. I have a friend that, now a friend that he was stuck, and I will tell you two examples. One from the point of a mindset, and he was also coming out of working in the corporate world for many years, and he started focusing on certain categories, that generate a lot of revenue. And the issue that he had was that first, he was not being able to believe that he could do it, right? Okay. So we had a lot of conversations about what we call now mindset, right? Yeah. So how can you be applying all the knowledge that you have, pack it in a different way, and start solving problems for people that is willing to pay you for doing it, right? Yes. So the whole process of organizing the priorities, understanding what could be the options for him to prepare at the end products, which are services, right? Course. But it becomes a product that you are trying to monetize. Yes. And also understanding what could be the pipeline say, okay, the best scenario, it's like in the next 2 years, you should be doing this. And of course, based on also on his experience, he will say he will be able to adjust some of the terms, right? I think that goals without a deadline, it's just dreams, right?
Yes,
You just keep on dreaming. Yeah, keep on dreaming. But at some point, you have to put a deadline, right?
Absolutely.
So the same thing. You have a very nice PowerPoint. If you don't put like a roadmap and a deadline, it stays like a nice. You can later you can put as a nice wallpaper, right?
Beautiful. You know, man, now it's very interesting how you're talking about someone who definitely was in the corporate life and a very high position, right?
Yes.
Who have very high salary, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Because this is the type of people that you deal with. So this person, even this person, he had doubts in himself before starting his entrepreneurial journey.
Yes.
So this is a big message that I want everyone to know, that if you're small and you're struggling to start today, this is normal. This is fine. This is part of the journey, right? And you should just embrace it. You should just find your ways through this field and live with it and make it part of you. It's fine.
Yes,
Okay, I
that's
do
correct.
have doubt. And then how to break through from that? What's the plan? What is the timeline of the plan, as you said? So
Yes.
this is like exactly what, like a very juicy story, and exactly what I needed, and I'm sure many other viewers, they needed to hear.
Something that I know that you guys in your industry apply it more or less in the way is when you have a very interested, potential client, and you have a very interesting property. What is the main issue a lot of the times? The timing, right?
Yes.
If you don't close the deal, somebody else will.
Yes.
Because here the market is so dynamic.
100%.
And I'm pretty sure you've been through a few, for sure, situations in which the client doubts.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And give me options.
Yes.
And I'm not sure. And you probably don't sleep in 3 days to deliver the options, and then the person still is not convinced. So I think our job there is trying to set the expectations and understanding how can we help the client to structure the opportunity, the risks, and the way to get there.
Beautiful.
Because even myself, when I was transitioning from being in a corporate world where you have at least a salary secured to okay, now on my own,
Yes.
like now swimming without the floaties, right? Like a kid swimming without the floaties.
Exactly.
It's you need to take risks.
Yes. Yes.
Is it gonna be the best decisions? No. So whoever said that didn't have fear, didn't have doubts, and didn't have sleepless nights, even it doesn't matter how senior you are, then they were doing something wrong, right?
Or they're not saying the
Exactly.
truth.
So
Beautiful, man. Honestly, very, very, very well said. Thank you for this valuable advices. Enrique, we're gonna jump now a little bit to more topics close to the real estate. Okay, and I wanted to ask you something, since you're in touch always with high net individuals. So these are people that have access to all types of assets, right? Bonds, equities, private equities, global real estate market. So when it comes to the Dubai real estate properties, what are the doubts or the worries that you see running through their minds and that makes them hesitate before committing
to
Dubai real estate market?
to the real estate market. One definitely is they've been so comfortable and they are so expert on investing in certain asset. Can be bonds, can be trading, can be you name it, right?
Yes, that's right.
So even when they are in real estate, coming here without understanding the dynamic of the market, it's something that I've seen that makes them doubt.
Okay.
Right? So one of the things I know can work and actually has worked is come and see. So come as a tourist, but try to live at least a couple of days
100%.
as a resident, right? I mean, get up early, understand what are the flows of traffic, where is people going after work, which one are the supermarkets that are more full, what is the cost of living here versus your countries, Why? Because a lot of these people, it's been so successful, and they don't have the time probably to analyze. They have somebody actually advising them.
True.
But it doesn't mean that they know the market, right?
Yes.
That's why I've seen that that's one of the main things that looks very trivial, but it's so useful for them to close that gap of knowledge, to understand why so many people comes and they get a property.
True.
And if you realize that, looking back, this is one of the things that the government of Dubai had it clear for many years ago.
100%.
They said, come as a tourist.
Yes.
You know, probably you go back as a potential or already as a resident.
Yes.
And they have made it easy for things to happen for you as a tourist. Come and buy something, right?
100%. Actually, this is why we see real estate stands in malls, because tourists.
At the airport, you're picking up your luggage and they're like, hey, sir, we have an offer for you.
True.
Yeah?
True. And actually, with me personally, it happened many times that I met clients that were here on a vacation, and we ended up closing deals because we managed to build a relationship.
Exactly.
They had this, and they had this in their interest, and we managed to find them something great. So they said, we'll take the risk on it, and it was successful.
Exactly. And something that also Dubai has, it has a lot of backup in terms of the way things are being built, the dynamics of the market, like I already mentioned, and also the companies that, like yours, can be a great connection between the developer and them as clients, right?
Exactly.
Fortunately, I would say that it's been a good in the past years, especially after COVID,
Exactly.
a good filtering of the developers, and also from what I see now, the real estate agents, the brokers, right?
100%.
Which I think it's something that otherwise, and I saw it not too long ago, people were saying, the market here, I don't think it's going to crash. The only way that could make it crash, it's the bad companies that are not doing the proper job to promote and close the deals that are already there, right?
True. 100%, man. I couldn't agree more. Actually, like in this event, I spoke with the event this weekend.
Yeah.
We were in the 10X conference. So I spoke with one lady that was honestly, I would say she was misguided in a deal. And she told me that the agent is not replying to me anymore. So then here I say, I'm really sorry for that.
I hear that as
Okay,
well.
I apologize about that. And just to let you know, this is where we come. As 21st century, we're not a mass producers. We don't have 1,000 agents and we just hire left and right and we give people SIM cards and make phone calls. We are professional consultants and advisors, and we give tailored advisory and consultation for someone who wants to navigate the market safely. And I think this is the type of companies that will remain in the market.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, if you're not thinking about this investment as if it's for yourself, how do you expect this person to trust you? And this is literally what we teach here. This is me personally, what I teach my team members in here. So definitely, I agree with you on that. I don't see any crash or any big issue that's going to be happening in the market anytime soon. It's still solid. People are coming. I mean, just if you see the tourist number, every year it's increasing.
Yes.
This year we reached 18 million, and we still have the peak months. Last year, 2024, we reached 18.7. This year we reached 18 million already, and we still have the best 3 months of the year
coming.
So every year since COVID till today, these numbers are increasing. The short-term rental is increasing. Number of residents, as per the D33 agenda, is also gonna reach up to doubling the number of the residents by the year 2033. So I agree with you on that, man. That brings me to my next question, which is, what is the misconception that you think international investors often have about Dubai real estate market?
First, that they relate what I see what they are offering here with the people who they have in their minds, it's living here, right? Even when I have met people that say, okay, you are from the western part of the world, you're living here. Is it hard for you? Is it hard for women to live here? So they still have the misconception of that it's very tough. Second is, since they don't know the industry, they are afraid that there will be scam.
Yes, or
right?
misguided, of course.
So definitely the role that brokers have now, it's fundamental
Absolutely.
for increasing the trust of the foreign investors.
Absolutely.
And I think before we were discussing about that, it doesn't matter how big or how small is the budget of a potential customer, a potential client. If it's misguided, it will be a big loss anyway.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Because that means they're going to lose everything, and that's what generates the bad reputation, right?
Yes.
Outside.
Yes.
So those small those situations compared to the success ones are very small. The problem is that the bad ones are the ones that are fighting up outside,
Yes.
right?
Exactly. Exactly. And if anything, no one will make 100% capital appreciation and will go everywhere and say, I did. He will
Yes.
hide it for himself.
Yes.
And he will do it again with us, But then the ones that they had the bad experience, those are the ones that they will go and advertise for the bad experience.
And usually when people ask me, like, if you're interested, I'll guide you and I recommend people, because also it's not only the bad experiences, but something that can later turn into a bad experience is when they say, you know what, Dubai, you're gonna get 300% back from whatever you invest. No,
Yes.
you're gonna get a
That's
very
very
good
true.
return,
Yes.
but you need to be patient and you need to learn that it's gonna take 3-4 years, right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So that also happens when there is not good brokers who are just probably looking for selling,
Very true.
and they start telling stuff that are not true, right?
Very true. 100%, man. And that's amazing stuff we are sharing here. Enrique, you've lived in Dubai for almost a decade or plus than decade
plus a
right now.
decade, yeah.
Yes. How would you describe the evolution of the Dubai real estate market?
I think it's been more organized, right? Because when there was a boom, it's been like cycles of booms.
Yes,
what
of
I
course.
think, right?
True.
But I believe that after the 2016 around there, which actually was when prices went down in real estate, from what I remember, there was a lot of like small companies opening, and that's when the big scams and thing happened. So one of the main, I would say, positive things is that it's been now more organized.
Yes.
Right?
More
So I know
safe.
that you guys have to go through certifications and things like that. The way that also even the developers offer their products.
With the escrow account.
Exactly, right? All these kind of accounts, all these kind of locks. Also having an authority, a good authority regulating
Dubai Land
all the
Department.
transactions, and then using a third party that you go signing, and until then everybody agrees there, so there's no
100%.
missing money.
100%.
And I will say that, and what I recommend, even not only on real estate, but usually when there is a transaction on business, a big transaction, when you try to save money on those details, could be the most expensive things of the deal.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
If you don't get a good broker, if they don't guide you well, and they don't take you to a company that uses a proper process,
Yes.
if you don't get a proper builder that or a developer that it's gonna warranty that you will get your property whenever they said or around that date, because we know the dynamics,
Might be the most expensive.
so when you go cheap and it's in business in general, you might lose the whole thing.
True.
For small details.
True. 100%. This is where we come as guiders for the market.
Exactly.
Actually.
Yeah.
I agree with you 100%. So, Enrique, if we're gonna look 10 years from now ahead in the future, what do you think the sector or the community that you believe that will be leading the next wave of growth in Dubai? So, for example, I know there's a lot of noise about sustainability now. To be honest, I'm not very in detail. I don't know all the details about that. Maybe you know because you're more in the corporate life. I know there is cities being built about AI. So what do you think would be the biggest the biggest sector that will be driving the growth to the city?
The way Dubai has been growing, and I think the way many other cities have been growing, it's based on, and the ones that I've seen that have more success, it's wherever you can create like a mini community, right? And it's in business in general, right?
Yes.
The business growing more is the ones that we create some communities,
Yes.
and the bigger our community, the bigger chances of succeed.
Yes.
If you apply that concept to the real estate, especially here in Dubai, looking back from the years I've been here, I remember that before, let's say, a Motor City was offered to me some things, and I was like, I don't know what's going to happen with Motor City, or the other one was Arjan, for example, right? Arjan, and at that moment was like, oh, too far away.
Yes.
What I've learned is, as long there is a plan for developing the surrounding,
Yes.
it will be successful.
100%.
Look today, what's happening with all the developments towards the Dubai World Central Airport.
Yes.
Those are extremely hot. So part of the development is, I know there's going to be metro, subway
Yes.
going there. There's going to be more roads.
Yes.
So those kind of things that at the end help you create like a mini city inside of your big city.
Yes.
And I've seen it in other cities in North America, in Mexico, in South America,
Yes.
in Asia. So we become so big as a city that if you're able to create a mini community where you have everything,
Yes.
for sure will be successful.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
So if you look at the developments, that you have more idea than me what's happening now. No, for sure you have more idea what's happening right now. So whatever you see as potential is gonna be like a mini city.
Yes.
Those are the ones where people should be
100%.
investing.
Exactly the area that you mentioned, which is Dubai South, it's literally where this is happening. First of all, you have the biggest airport in the world. You have metro line that's already reaching their Expo City. You have Expo City on its own, which is
it's a city. It's a city, right?
Dubai World Trade Center, but on a much bigger scale with bigger halls, bigger place for events, more parking spots, and even sustainable city. So I definitely agree with you. Like, honestly, I see, as you said, many mini communities, let's put it like this, that are growing. Even Dubai Hills. Who would have said in 2016 when Imar was selling Dubai Hills, people were saying this is the middle of the desert.
Yeah.
Because Dubai is gonna always be downtown and Marina and Sheikh Zayed Road.
Yes, exactly.
Now Dubai Hills have the best mall in Dubai.
Yes.
People, they love to go there. There's the best offices, most expensive villas, they are in Dubai Hills. So this is what the best hospitals are in Dubai Hills.
Okay.
Schools, so again, this is what the government is putting effort to make, as you said, fulfilled communities and areas where you can go live. Within 20 minutes you can have everything around you.
Yes, exactly.
Beautiful. Enrique, if I want to ask you for one piece of advice for any entrepreneur or investor listening to us right now, what do you think it would be?
Definitely there to change, from where you are now. So because it's more, and people is afraid, people is thinking about the cost, right? People is thinking about the transition. And we heard that this also with Dan, the biggest reward is behind your biggest fear, right? So entrepreneurs, if you are not sure, do something, right? Don't wait for the perfect moment.
Beautiful.
The perfect moment doesn't happen. The perfect moment we create it.
Yes.
And also I had to learn that the hard way.
Beautiful.
Right? And for that we need to work. Things are not going to be just by looking at the mirror and manifesting things, right?
Absolutely.
If you don't put any, like again, a plan and a deadline, things are not going to happen.
Yes.
And so to entrepreneurs is make sure that we have that plan. And that's what I usually help entrepreneurs say. You might be the best on operating whatever, or selling, or understanding tools like AI. But if you don't have a roadmap,
Yes.
which usually now it's happening, which is something that also AI is not giving you yet.
True.
So they tell you, they give you all these agencies and they give you the tools and they tell you this is going to solve whatever you're going to do. Yes, but there's still things that you need to do, right?
Absolutely.
So that part is organize yourself, put deadlines. Don't be afraid of trying something new.
Taking risks, basically.
Take risks.
Yes.
And the more you plan it, the more calculated your risk is going to be,
Yes.
right? Which is something that we don't realize. It's like, no, this is too much problem. No,
Calculated.
it will be a problem, but it will be more problem if you don't calculate it.
Yes.
If you calculate it, you prepare, means that you prepare for it,
Yes.
right? And that kind of like triggers a lot of wow moments for a
Yes.
lot of people that I've been working with. Yeah.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful. You're really like someone with a lot of value, and I really appreciate everything you shared. I'm sure a lot of people, including me, I learned a lot from our conversation today. Enrique, now we're gonna jump to a part of the episode where I will ask you 5 questions.
Yes.
And I would like to get an answer straight, yes or no, in your opinion, about these 5 questions.
Sure.
You ready?
Sure.
So the first question is, will Dubai stay a top global real estate hub in 10 years?
Yes.
Is real estate still the fastest way to preserve wealth?
Yes.
Should CEOs focus more on strategy or operations?
Strategy. CEO's strategy.
Beautiful. Should every portfolio include a Dubai property?
It would be great. Yes. Yeah. Imagine. Yes.
Beautiful. Do you think every founder needs a coach?
Yes.
Amazing. Amazing. Enrique, thank you so much for your time. Now what's left is for you to look at this camera, this camera, this camera, and tell the world what you're up to.
Great. Let's start with this one that is already in front of me. Don't be afraid to try something new. And it's always a good time to start asking for support, right? Why? Because usually the people that is going to help you should be already gone through that to whatever you're asking. It's great you receive advice from your parents, from your family, but for sure they haven't gone through the steps that you want to go through. So make sure you receive back, support
Beautiful.
from somebody who's gone through that journey, right?
Amazing.
And don't be afraid to ask. Don't be afraid to ask.
Yeah.
Right?
Amazing. Enrique, thank you so much for coming. Thank you for your time. I really appreciate all the valuable knowledge that you shared with us. And I hope you all guys enjoyed this episode. And as always, don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave us the comment of what you think about all the knowledge we shared. And see you in the next one. Enrique, thank you for
Thank you
coming.
very much, man. Thank you for the time.